first of all, The Walking Dead really is a classic. Right now, Robert Kirkman and the comic book is nominated for the comic book equivalent of the Oscar to the Eisner Award as Best Continuing Series. And you know, it debuted in 2003. So, you know, to keep up that level of quality for 7 years, and Robert writes every issue. You know, it stood the test of time. This most recent issue was the most popular non-Marvel, non-DC comic book published in the last month. So it has really risen to the level.
Once again, I don't know how I did that, but I forgot to mention our incredible cast. That came to us directly from the set in Atlanta. So thank you so much for being here. Andrew Lincoln, Sarah Wayne Kelly, Laurie Holden. Sorry and thank you again.
So Gale, you specialize in genre.
I do.
In the 80s, and you're producer, director. So how come you end up?
Just producing.
Yeah.
Just producing, yes.
Never directing? Why not?
Because I work with fabulous directors.
Yes. And so how come you begin to visualize this series?
I've always wanted to do television. I think you'll find that most filmmakers these days realize that the best material, the best stories are actually unspooling on television. You have an opportunity to explore the characters in a much deeper way. And, you know, just our first season is 6 hours of exploring those. And I know you asked, why TV instead of a movie? And Robert Kirkman, from the very beginning, when Frank and I started talking with him, said, I see this as a TV series. I see this as an opportunity to do what the comic book has done. There's 75 issues of that. You know, we would love to make 75 episodes or more.
But in the past, you produced the movie.
Yes.
A lot of movies. So when did you change? Because you told before that you really wanted to produce for TV. So do you believe more in the media of TV now?
I want to be able to continue to do both. But the great thing about television is that you are in a situation where you have to cut character. Generally in big movies, the first thing that ends up on the cutting room floor is character. And we never have that problem. In fact, you can't have too much character in television, and certainly AMC, Fox, Jim Cameron, my ex-husband, did Dark Angel at Fox, and there's a terrific tradition of character stories in television, and the complaints that so many critics have these days that films somehow aren't delivering on that level. We consider now the golden era of scripted television.
It's a different time. It's a really different time.
It's the Sundance this year. I saw so many TV movies, but were in a different section of Sundance. HBO is doing so wonderful TV movies sometimes better than the movie that we see in theaters. And in second plan, all the most important actors are working for TV from 1 year, no more.
And I think it's because you have the best material. I think all great filmmakers and actors follow great material, and great material these days is on cable television.
Well, just like AMC's motto, "Story matters." It's really become a different time especially with cable television. When you watch Mad Men and Breaking Bad and some of these other shows, it's just like what Gale said. You really have the opportunity to explore characters like you never are able to in film, and I think there's a creative freedom that people are really gravitating towards. So I don't even know how you would make a Walking Dead movie, because when you think that he started writing this 7 years ago and it's still going strong, I mean that's that's a lot of epic storytelling. So this is a blessing that we have hours and hours, and we have we have a television series to really let it unfold.
So, The Walking Dead is also somehow a way to honor the Night of the Living Dead, George Romero's Night of the Living Dead?
Certainly, I think almost everyone associated with the project feels a debt of gratitude to George Romero. In fact, Greg Nicotero works with George, and that's what I think it was the first film that I saw when I was growing up that kept me awake all night. Gave me nightmares. Which one? The Night of the Living Dead, and it's really a classic. And so what we mean by inspiration is that we also follow the zombie mode that was depicted in the film. In other words, we don't have super fast sprinter zombies.
So you're going old school zombies.
Yeah, going old school. Definitely going old school.
So you're using zombies like George Romero as a metaphor for society too?
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you think about what the problems that the world faces now, and
Global warming kill us every minute.
and the devastation that from hurricanes, from tsunamis, from oil spills.
I'm sure that whoever experienced Hurricane Katrina will see himself in these, when all morals are broken and there's no guidance and what do you do?
Yeah.
And the evil that comes out of people, even worse than zombies, it's the internal struggle more than the external. I think that's
The desperation to survive, what that does to people.
And the zombies are fairly predictable. You know what zombies want. The human mind and what we as humans are capable of, we can continue to explore endlessly, which is why the series can run for so long.
Did you guys read the comic book?
No.
I read one.
Yeah.
And how could you stop? I
didn't.
had to go till the end, and it was a weekend.
And did you have the compendium that's big? It really does take over your life.
I couldn't stop. Thankfully, my husband took over the baby and house.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for a week. It was very exciting.
It gets very dark.
The governor part. Wow. Yeah, that got me too.
Yeah, that got me too.
A little bit.
And yet with him, his daughter a lot.
Yeah.
Even that has gray areas of moral ambiguity you just wouldn't expect.
So how faithful is the?
Sick man.
But it's true. There are sick people, but it's true that it very is true.
Talking about the governor, I read that actually you're going to go into a prison and there's this kind of a dictator.
That's the governor.
The governor. Is there a reference, or are you familiar with Saramago?
Pardon?
With Saramago, the writer? No. Actually, Blindness, the movie with Julianne Moore, was based on one of his books. And he also talks about moral ambiguity and all that. So I was just thinking maybe Frank or...
Well, this all goes back to Robert Kirkman, so it's probably a better question directed toward him.
No problem. And also talking about AMC and Breaking Bad, Mad Men, they always have a troubled main character. So is this the same? This also
I
happens
think we have
with...
a trouble. I think everyone has issues in the show.
Yes.
With Rick Grimes? Does it happen with...
Oh, it happens with everyone. And that's what I think will keep audiences wondering, because what is right and what is wrong? What's right for one person would be the wrong choice for someone else, and I think.